All right, good morning, beautiful people. I'm gonna make this intro really short because it's like 5 o'clock in the morning and I've got a long trip ahead of me, but I'm headed to Prescott, Arizona to the Becoming an Outdoor Woman's Weekend Retreat. It is a women's survival camp. They teach you how to survive in nature. So there's like hunting, there's how to shoot guns, there's archery, there's natural medicine, which is what I'll be teaching this weekend. So I just wanted to take you guys along the journey with me as I make this drive and how exciting this weekend is and how more people should be signing up for it. The super awesome part about the program, it's called Becoming an Outdoor Woman, but within that program there's what I discovered, which is called B2B, which is called Back to Bow, which is the name of the program, Becoming an Outdoor Woman. It's called Bow, so Back to Bow. It's essentially getting minorities and people of color into these spaces that are predominantly white. So that's how I was introduced to Bow. After my first time going as a B2B member, I decided that this was something that I was essentially missing from my life, and I got a mentor out there and I essentially teach with her. She's amazing. She gives me so much knowledge, so much everything, and she's so sweet. And I just want to get more people to know about this program. I feel like they don't really do social media as much, and I feel like more people need to know about this program. I know a lot of people in my community who could benefit from this, and I know a lot of different states have it. So you should check your local state and see if there is a Becoming an Outdoor Woman program near you. It's super fun. If you love camping, if you love nature, even if you don't love camping, the last cohort that we had, there was a girl who tagged along she was very city girl. She was not campy girl at all, and she loved this weekend, not only because of the people, but just because of the activities for the most part were fun. And yeah, like I said, I just want you guys to know about this program and see how much fun it can be, and just be able to get minorities and people of color back into these spaces that we are not a part of. And I love that the program B2B kind of emphasizes taking up space, like not being afraid to be able to go into these spaces and take up space. And it's just a really great experience. I've been talking a lot more than I wanted to, but I'm gonna get on the road and I will see you guys when something interesting happens. All right, guys, it is like 9 a.m. and I'm finally making my first stop. Gotta get gas and use the bathroom. Oh my goodness. And stretch my legs. The thing about me is when I get on the road, I do not want to stop ever. Like, I just be wanting to get to the destination. And with me only having 2 hours of sleep, I definitely didn't think that I would be like I thought I would take a nap, but I'm just gonna take a nap when I get there. I'm just trying to get there, but I just wanted to give y'all a little uppity date, and I will let y'all know when I get to camp. Look at the cows. I wanna be a cow farm. What's that fucking thing?
Randall, there is a cow outside.
There's a cow farm. You're gonna find cows outside.
No, I mean right outside this house, looming like a ghost, like a reaper.
No, cows don't like houses much. They prefer it out in the meadow, where they can get a graze on.
Take me home, country road. I just had to stop because it just looked pretty and it was a little pull off. It looks so pretty. I'm not gonna get close because I'm terrified of heights. But yeah. This is where I am, all by myself right now. And about 10 minutes out. But I just have to stop and get that pretty view. All right, back on the road. All right, I don't know how I got on the topic of the afterlife. Oh, yes I do. I passed by 2 crosses on the road that had motorcycle helmets on it. And that was really sad. And I was like, I wish people didn't have to die. I'm trying to catch you up to speed to where I was having this conversation with myself. But I was talking to some friends about this before, but I'm like, I perceive the afterlife similar to like Stranger Things, like the Upside Down, in the sense of like, I say like a lot. I really need to work on that. I hate that about myself. The Upside Down. That's how the spirit realm is. Like people who can communicate with spirits, people who have this connection. I feel like it's the upside down. So we drive, we walk, we live on their sky, and it's flipped. This could be a crazy theory. This is just what my brain is saying to me right now. But with that, like witching hour and certain Halloween, I feel like their world spins in a sense of, or I feel like, yeah, the world spins. So Halloween is supposed to be like the time of year where the veil is at the thinnest, right? So with that, it makes me feel like their world spins so it aligns with ours on Halloween. So that's how they're able to like come through so easily, in a sense. But normally, any other time of the year, it would be flipped. And 3 a.m. being witching hour is kind of like a glitch in the Matrix, essentially. Not a glitch in the Matrix, but that's the only way I could personally describe that. So they see us, like our people are here, but they see us from a distance because we're like we're on opposite sides of the thing. Not only physically, but spiritually as well. All right, I think I'm pulling up at my destination, and it's perfect timing because I feel like I sound like a crazy person saying all of that. So if I'm going the right way. I just realized that I have never drove here, and I'm always in the van, which means that I do not have to care about where I am going direction-wise. I am sensitive to energies, but it seems that, or maybe I'm just hyper aware, I don't know, but when people pass, they send me signs and they're very clear. I'm sensitive to energies, I'm sensitive to those types of things, so I know that sometimes when I talk about specific people, it's like essentially calling them into the room. Like I was talking about someone who passed yesterday, and as soon as I started talking about them with someone, I started like the hairs on my neck stood up, and then the ones on my arm stood up, but there was like no cold, there was no change in temperature or anything like that. Like, but and also just that feeling that you get when you feel like somebody's behind you. It's like I got that feeling with the combination of like my hair standing up, and it was like it felt like we just called him into the room, you know? So it's like I don't know if everybody else feels energies like that. Not this Final Destination shit. He's like struggling to get up. He was going backwards. Oh, you see it? Oh, hell no. See it? I was having to wait. I'm like, y'all not about to nerk. Not getting me. All right, y'all. Welcome to my crib. MTV Cribs or whatever. So this is where we staying for the weekend. I've got this cool little suite actually, hold on. Got a fancy cabin. Got a closet, kitchen, don't open. And then this shower and the toilet. but it's a toilet with a view. All right, but in all seriousness, the first class we are teaching is going to be a wild foods class. Instructor, get into it. But I'm gonna show you how to make my luxurious camping bed, and yeah. Ready? This is what the bed's looking like. Yeah, get into it. Tag, and I'm all ready to go. And so to kick off the program, we all meet at this place called The Quiet Place, where Trika and the Arizona Wildlife Federation kind of introduced the program and introduced the different groups here. And we love Trika, she's the best. And then I think we have lunch. And then I'm teaching Arizona wild foods first today, and then the salve making classes tomorrow. But yeah, we're on our way to The Quiet Place. I'll catch back in with you momentarily. Dry. How dry it is. It's beautiful. Dry. Walking down to The Quiet Place.
Welcome. You've made it to Bow.
Yay!
So first of all, my name is Trika.
Hi, Trika.
One of the co-coordinators along with Kathy. An amazing lot to do to get us all here. I get it. And this is the first time that I've been co-coordinating with Kathy.
Woo!
So, but I want to tell you, we've taken it another step. Bridges to Bow was created to address the barriers that were hindering all women. And when I say all women, I'm saying women from underrepresented communities, women of color who, yes, have the same barriers that all women have, but there's a lot of other things that might be standing in the way that make it a little bit more uncomfortable for a woman of color to get in the outdoors. And to address that, we created Bridges to Bow, and B2B is here to say that at Bow, all of us, we believe that the outdoors is for. Thank you. We'll take it. Thank you for the greeting.
It's a red-tailed hawk.
Yeah. But who is it?
Right. I'm so tired. I thought my first class was going to be tomorrow, but it's literally right after introductions, and we had lunch, and I have 10 minutes to close my eyes, and I'm wasting a couple of those seconds talking to you. But the cabin that I'm teaching in is like right outside this door, so I could literally roll out of bed and teach. But I need to rest my eyes for 8 minutes and 45 seconds, so. I start a business where I make teas. I make subscription box teas for women who deal with endometriosis and PCOS, because I deal with endometriosis, and it was actually crazy during COVID. I kind of was mixing some teas that I heard online that help with cramps, and I found a concoction that like took me from being bedridden the first day to being able to like walk, and like just that subtle change for me was like, wow, like the things that I need are outside. Like Mother Nature provided those things for us. So I'm really passionate about talking about plants. And then I met Patty. She's amazing, and I just love talking about plants. So if you have any questions, but also the pine, because we were talking about it, we use it for brushes, but I made Sprite out of these actually, as well as like teas. I wouldn't use it if you were pregnant, but it's actually a really nice subtle tea. I feel like typically with teas I have to take it with like honey, but like I feel like pine needles it's just like very smooth, and you know, I just enjoy intentional eating and intentional drinking, and I'm glad we get to eat some wild foods today.
And the thing so the bugs on her hair that have the white, inside that is a bug that concentrates this color, and it's called cochineal.
But in the, because they also, like just recently, not too long ago,
We've made and have a little Dang, I'll bring some of that out. You must go there.
Right? One thing about me, when I come to bow, I'm gonna leave with some pine and I'm gonna leave with some mullein every single time. Ponderosa pine. Get into it. I don't even know if there's any over here, but oh look. That's usually where the mullein is. You know what mullein looks like?
Yes, I do.
Huh?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so if you see mullein,
Mullein.
there goes mullein. Hey, little baby.
Yeah.
All right, it's really dry. Even these weeds are dead. All right, yeah. So when I came here, September. Yeah, we're in March. Or no, we're in May.
April, May.
Oh my God.
April.
Whoa.
Late April.
Somewhere in time. When I was here last time, she was saying she picked the lobster mushrooms and she put them in a bucket for me, and I went all around this area just like tossing around. And I was like, I'm the fungus fairy.
There were really just that many that you could just toss up in the air?
Yeah,
like
she had a bunch of them.
Oh my god.
So next time we come, that's what she was saying, it's like super dry. So next time we come, like in this general area, there might be some, you might see some mushrooms. And that's from the fungus fairy. Tell me. Focus first off.
Are you going back to Sweetheart for your bachelor's or?
No.
Okay.
So the fact that this is only this tiny and it's dead, that was like a mini mullein, like. But the super cool thing about the pinion, I didn't want to say that because I was like, this is not Trika's class, but I actually said it in our class with Trika.
Yeah.
So like with these, the sap from the pinion pine trees, like if it's sappy, you can dip it and it can be used as a fire starter or like a little nature torch. I wouldn't use this one because it's really small, but nature torch. But it was so small. I shouldn't have ripped it out the ground, but it was dead.
It was dead.
It's dead. I feel like I'm not really seeing a lot of cheeseweed out here. Maybe it's just like closer to the city.
Oh, okay. What does it look like again?
It kind of looks like it's like a more rounded. Do you know what marshmallow looks like?
I forgot.
Flower? Let's see if my phone will let me use it. Not that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's baby mullins.
Also known as nature's toilet paper.
Nature's toilet paper.
And
But test it first, because some people have reactions. Fuzzies.
And you can smoke it too, right?
Yeah.
You just gotta just dry it out and then grind it?
Yep.
Oh.
Hear that rattle?
And everybody. But because, and they only have.
It's the only poisonous lizard
So you know what?
in
The
Arizona.
good thing
The
about
Gila.
that is that means there's still some more. This short one is to keep my door from going all the way open. It gives me a little more peace of mind. And if one snake goes that way, then I'll just jump. Okay, so here the door's open. And I mean, these snakes could come out if they wanted to. And they each have their own little special bucket they always go into. So a wild snake would really not want to tolerate this.
Wow.
Notice how Julia is taking.
What would happen if you put a king snake in the box?
Lemon's too young. Now she's looking for a place to go. She's like, okay, I'm out in the open.
He's ready to get home. It's not an axe, but I just want to throw something. Alright, I'm done.